In this tutorial we're going to learn about factorising. Now, it's actually the opposite of expanding, and you're actually turning something into the product of factors. So here we've got an example that we did earlier in another tutorial. We started with 2 outside of a plus 5, and we expanded that because we multiplied out each part in the brackets, and it became 2a plus 10. Now factorising is doing the opposite, so we're going backwards, and that's why we have a product of the factors. So we can actually work through the example 2a plus 10 on the next page. So we're going to run through the different steps that we need to follow. So step 1 is we need to identify the highest common factor. So we find that for each number and letter of each term. So in the first term we've got 2a. So the factors of 2a are really just 2 and a. We ignore 1. Our factors of 10 are 2 and 5. Now the highest, or the only common factor there is 2. So what we do is we write down 2 and we put it in front of a set of brackets. Now the second step is we divide. We divide each term in our original question by the highest common factor. So in this case we're going to divide each term by 2. Now it's a really good idea sometimes to do the working. So we do 2a divided by 2, we cancel out the 2 and we're left with a. So we put a in the brackets. The next term was 10, and now it's a positive 10, so we're going to write out positive 10. We've got to remember that for other times. Divided by 2, and 10 divided by 2 now equals 5, so plus 5. And that's how we factorise that one. So really, the third step is just to write our answer. So we're going to show you a few other examples. So here we've got another example. Now once again we've just got our 2 terms, so we've got 8a and got a positive 12ab. So first step is to find the highest common factor. Now sometimes with these there's a few extra factors and we're just got to take a little bit more care. So factors of 8a, we've got 2, 4 and 8 and a. Okay, so we've got to keep them in mind. For 12ab, we've got 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12, and then a and b. So we find our highest common factor of number, and in that case it's 4. Okay, because we can divide 8 by 4 and 12 by 4, and that's the highest number we can divide it by. But we've also got to look at the letters, the variables. Now a is in both terms, and there's only one a, so we can actually have a as part of our highest common factor. So now put that in brackets. Now with the working, when we did the division, so step 2, when we divide, we can do it in a head. So we know we're dividing the first term, okay, the first term divided by 4a, so 8a divided by 4a is 2, because the a's cancel out, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. And next step, our positive 12ab, okay, a's cancel out, 12 divided by 4 is 3, and we still have the b. Alright, let's move on to an example with a negative. So, once again, exactly the same steps. So we're going to find our highest common factor. Now in this case, we've got negative 32a squared plus 8ab squared. 32, highest common factor of that, and 8 is 8. So we're going to deal with our number first, and then we look at our variables. We've got 2 a's in the first term, 1 a and 2 b's in the second term, and so we can only take out 1a. Alright, I'll put that in front of the brackets. So negative 32 divided by 8, negative 4, a squared divided by a, we're just taking 1a away, so 1a, and then 8ab squared divided by 8a, we're left with b squared. Now, there is a slightly alternative way we could have done this. Because we're at negative 32 and a positive 8, instead of having our highest common factor of 8a, we could have made it negative 8a, and then just identified what we need to divide by. So negative 32a squared divided by negative 8a would have been just 4a, and then positive 8ab squared divided by negative 8a would have been negative b squared. So we can swap over our negative signs to make it slightly different. Okay, we're still factorising, but it's just slightly different, and that's factorising.